Good morning, everybody. And yes, I think by the time this goes up, it'll be morning still. It's like 9:20 here. I wanted to do this last night, but went to bed early or tired or something. And sometimes it's hard to get off the couch, especially when you're watching Halloween 2 from Rob Zombie. And okay, so anyway, hello. Here's what this quick update is about. We're going to talk about Steel City Con. We're going to talk about what I'm going to do at Steel City Con for you guys. We're going to talk about an awesome new thing that might be coming to the channel if I can get my confidence up. Might need you guys for that, of course. And then maybe a second new thing that's coming to the channel that I don't need confidence for. So let's go first things first. Steel City Con is this weekend, and I am leaving on Friday. Today's Tuesday. The excitement is starting to build. It build very much. The other day I was grilling outside and had a couple of beers and just kind of got that got that 2-beer groove going. And I was like, oh man, the Steel City Con is gonna be so great. But then I get a little bit nervous too, maybe a lot of bit nervous. I mean, the COVID is starting to ramp up again, and I know everybody has their thoughts and opinions on COVID, but I'm a little nervous. I'm going to protect myself as much as possible. I'm gonna wear a New 80s Revolution shirt and probably some kind of cool retro hat. And that's how you'll be able to identify me if any of you are going to the show. But I'll also be the guy with 2 masks on. I just don't want, the story to end that way, where I go to my first con in 2 years and I get, the Delta variant. Whether it's a less intense sickness because I have the vaccine, whatever. I still don't want it. My children aren't vaccinated. Anyway, we're not going into that conversation because I know it's a, I don't feel like doing that. It's 9:30 in the morning. So anyway, what I'm going to do at COVID, here's what I'm excited about. I'm going to bring my camera. I know everybody says, well, just record on your phone. My phone, for some reason, the iPhone 8 is garbage. Recording, whenever I do any recordings on my phone for you, there's a crackling in the background, the sound is horrible, and for some reason, it takes forever to upload it from my phone to the computer. And when I put the footage into my editing software, it is so weird. Like it's all spread out. I have to. It's just I don't think the phone compresses the video and makes it easy to edit. It's terrible. It's terrible. So I don't do any recording on my phone. But I'm going to bring my video camera. I'm going to bring the handy cam, the HD cam, and I'm going to do a Steel City vlog. And what you can look forward to is some conversation in the car while we're driving to Steel City. Maybe update you as I get closer to Pennsylvania. We're going to check out the hotel. We're going to do updates from the hotel. What am I eating? Where am I going? If the hotel bar is closed due to COVID, we're gonna find a place together to go hang out on Friday and eat and enjoy some spirits, if you will. Maybe I'll record my walk from the hotel to the convention. And then I'll grab a little footage of the convention. Now, from watching the channel for the last 5 years, I'm not that guy who has a YouTube channel that can get his camera and just talk to himself while he's filming and everybody's looking at the camera and making stupid faces. And I'm not that guy. I can't do it. I get embarrassed. So I won't be walking around going, all right, here we are, guys, at Steel City. Yeah, what's up, everybody? No, I won't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. But I'll get as much footage as I feel comfortable with of the convention itself. Then we'll go back to the hotel. We'll look at some of the stuff I got. I can tell you right now, I'm going for Robert Englund. So Freddy Krueger is going to be there. And he's getting older, and I'm certainly not putting any curses on him, but I don't know. I only go to a handful of cons. I don't go to Monster Mania. I don't go to a lot of them. So he has to come to one of the three that I go to. And I think, this is my chance to meet Robert Englund. So I'm going for him. Then they added Ken Kersinger, who was in Friday the 13th. He was one of the Jasons. And then he pulled out recently, and they replaced him with Tom Morga, who is another Jason. Now that worked out perfectly fine for me because Tom Morga and Ken Kersinger are the two Jasons that I have not met. And don't have, photos or autographs. So that's great. So Tom Morga is going, and they're doing an in-costume Freddy versus Jason photo op. Yes, I know Tom Morga wasn't the Jason from Freddy versus Jason. I don't care. They're doing a Freddy versus Jason photo op. And it's like $250 to stand there with a gloved-up Robert Englund and a fully in-costume Tom Morga. Awesome. So I'm going for that. There's also like a project poster in the upstairs room, the theater room. It's a full-size 24 by 36 Friday the 13th poster, but it's not of a movie. It's just of a mask, kind of a silhouette. I don't know. It's cool. You've seen it if you watch the videos of upstairs. But I want to start a project where I get as many Friday the 13th actors as I can to sign the poster. So Tom Morga will sign the poster. Monica Keena, she was in Freddy vs. Jason. And more importantly, Dawson's Creek. And it was a knockout. And she will be there. So I'm going to have her sign the poster, being in Freddy vs. Jason. So Tom Morga, Monica Keena on the poster. And then a week after I get back, another Friday the 13th Jason actor, C.J. Graham, is coming to Heroes Hideout here in town. Liam and I have a picture with C.J. Graham, but I'm going to have him sign the poster. So hopefully, as maybe the cons come back, and I can get right now in Chiller in New Jersey. The Chiller lineup in New Jersey is horrible for me. And it's their 30th anniversary, and it's a terrible, terrible show, terrible lineup. But there are 2 Friday the 13th directors and 2 Friday the 13th actresses that are going to be there. But I'm not going to drive to New Jersey and go to that con just for, those signatures. So that's out. But anyway, that's the big plan, and I want to record the whole thing for you. So we're talking about maybe a little bit of a longer video when I get back from the con. Hopefully I'll be meeting a few of you guys there. I know some people have already reached out to me and said they'll be there. And so, if you're with me and I've got the camera, maybe we can drop you in and introduce you to some of the friends of the channel. So maybe like a 45 minute vlog of the drive, of the hotel, of the food and drink, of the what do I do at 10 o'clock in the hotel when it's time to go to bed? What am I watching? Did I hook up, am I bringing the Blu-ray player? Can I hook up the Blu-ray player to the hotel TV? Or do they got one of those fancy smart TVs and I can watch some Netflix? I don't know. We'll see. So that's what's coming. The other thing that I thought about, and this is thanks to a dream that my man Upstate Johnny had, and a lot of you have always said stuff about a podcast and interviewing people, and I thought about it, and also all the questions that were asked about, which 5 wrestlers would you like to have dinner with, or what wrestler would you like to interview, and my answers are always mid-card, truthful guys that have a ton of stories and no agenda, right? They don't need to tell me that Andre the Giant was 950 pounds when they lifted him up at WrestleMania 3 and tore every bone in their body, and then Andre died a day later. I don't need those silly stories that I know aren't true. So I thought, well, like mid-card guys, enhancement guys, guys that were just on the road and behind the scenes and seeing the stuff, but didn't have all the celebrity and the fame. And I decided that I wanted to maybe reach out to a few of them and see if they'd be interested in just coming on here for a 25-minute Zoom interview. And the first two guys I thought of, I sent a Facebook message to, and one of them reached back and said, "Yep, love to do it. Let's do it." And I don't want to tell you who he is right now because I'm nervous. He gave me his phone number and he said, "Let's do it." And I told him that I'd write up some questions and send them to him for some approval. But I'm nervous. Like, what if my interview style is garbage? You know, what if I drop a lot of ums and I don't want to do that. So I've got a guy who was on WWF TV in 1984, absolutely, and went on to have a pretty fun indie career. And he said he would do it. And I have a little bit of history with this person. Back in the tape trading days, I made him a DVD of his 1984 WWF TV matches. He also, I'll tell you this, he did have a WWF World Title match. Yeah, he challenged for the WWF World Title at one point. And so, you know, I want to get the nerve up to do that, but it's waiting for me. So in the next, few weeks, we might have my first interview on a show that I think I'm going to call Midcard Memories. I don't want that to be insulting to the people that I'm interviewing, but I think Midcard Memories is a good name, and that could be coming soon. Yeah. Okay. Also coming soon is I've been jotting down, because I have that awesome, new notebook. I've been jotting down movies that I've been watching. And when I do the show, I'll explain my TV watching schedule to you. But once a week, I try to watch a movie, and it's usually by myself. I mean, all this stuff happens in the wee hours of the morning or the night. But I try to watch a movie, and I've watched about 12 movies in the past, 5-6 months, and I've jotted them all down with a star system, a star rating system. And maybe once a month or once, probably quarterly at the speed that I watch them, I can tell you the movies that I've watched, and I can tell you what I thought of them. And there's nothing new, it's not Guardians of the Galaxy. It's back in the day stuff, and it's stuff that I might have already seen, stuff that I haven't seen. And I'm a weird guy when it comes to movies and what I like and what I don't like. So I thought that it would be cool to just come down and say, all right, I watched this, and this is what I thought of all of it, and this is the 5-star system that I gave it, and we can have some good old discussion about that. Final update is Mr. Perfect is complete. He is done. Mr. Perfect. I went with the baby blue singlet or doublet. I don't know, whatever it's called. I went with that because, this is just the look that I remember the most. My man Chad Stotler, who you've seen on the channel, painted him that awesome orange outfit that we've seen a lot of. I think orange was maybe like his later years. But I was thinking about doing yellow and black. I was thinking about doing the neon green. And then I just went with blue. So here's Mr. Perfect. There he is. From XOX Customs, that you can find on Etsy at XOX by Random Treasures. But that is it. It is done. Hair, best I could. I did mix a little yellow, a little brown to try to get kind of a dirt. I don't know. I think maybe it's a little too yellow. Maybe, I don't know. I could have dumbed it down a little with some more brown. Not a lot more brown, but I don't know. There he is. There's my first ever painted figure. And if you guys are going to order them, and many of you have, and I think many more of you should, get the unpainted one. Not to take extra money away from my girl Net, but this was fun. This was fun to do. Paint. It's not that bad if you use some painter's tape, and if you the lines of the outfit are there. They're clear. You can follow them. But I still used some painter's tape. And if you get outside the lines, if you get some on the skin, you take a toothpick and you scrape it off, and you can get like you know how sharp a toothpick is. You can get a super straight line if you mess up, trust me, you know, these were not crispy clear lines until I used the toothpick. So there's Mr. Perfect. Now I want to add a little shine to him, so I got to go get a sealer, and I want him to shine up a little bit. But he is currently standing in the ring with the rest of the 89s, and that's a pretty surreal thing. Let me show you. Oh, let's see if I can. There you go. Pretty neat, huh? Pretty surreal to see old Mr. Perfect there in the ring with, you know, looking like he always belonged. I did get another message from her, and she did tell me that unfortunately there's some bad news coming in the mail. But, you know, we all have to get a little bad news in our life. So that will be the next super promotion video that I do when the bad news arrives. All right, that's that. Look for the Steel City vlog coming up on Friday. It'll probably get posted up on Sunday. It'll probably be a long video, but get ready. You know, so maybe Sunday you'll get the vlog update of how I did at Steel City. And Midcard Memories, the first ever New 80s Revolution interview show with a wrestler coming, maybe, if I can get the nerve. And then like some weird movie review show that I'm going to do. That's all. That's all. Happy morning. See y'all later. See some of you at Steel City. Good night now. Good morning now.